So I've got a funny Canadian story for you. When I visited Canada, I think I was in the eighth grade. I had no idea how famous Tim Hortons was. So when we were visiting BC, we were trying to find something to eat for dinner, and we came across this place called Tim Hortons and ordered some sandwiches and donuts. Really wished I knew what Timbits were, because if I ever do go back to Canada, I'd like to have some coffee with Timbits. But why am I talking about Canada? That's because the movie I'm reviewing today takes place in Canada, Toronto specifically. I'm going to be talking about Disney and Pixar's newest movie, Turning Red. Let's get into this. Hey everybody, Bloodbin Bobby here. So I am going to be reviewing Disney and Pixar's Turning Red today. I've done a couple trailer reactions about this movie, so it's about time I finally review it. So let's get into it. What is this movie about? Turning Red follows the story of 13-year-old Maylin Lee, who gains this ability to turn into a red panda whenever she experiences really strong emotions. And in the movie, she's trying to figure out whether she wants to hold on to this new ability or if she wants to give it up because her family fears that it could get dangerous. So let's get into what I liked about this film. The first thing I'll point out is the art style. Something I really liked about this movie was that I really liked how director Domi she really got to branch out beyond what she did with her short film Bao. In comparison to that, this movie has a much more upbeat tone and colorful and epic art style. I really like how upbeat this movie is, and I also like how eccentric and expressive the characters can get. Like, for instance, they do a lot of close-ups in this movie, but it works to the movie's advantage. Like, for instance, they do a close-up when May is feeling super nervous is in one scene, and they, pull up to her face and she's sweating like crazy. And then in another scene, her classmates find out that she can turn into a red panda, and they find it super adorable. They have those kind of anime-style bubbly eyes, so that was a lot of fun to watch. I really like how expressive the characters can get. And speaking of characters, most of the principal cast is really likable. I liked how encouraging and eccentric May and her friends could be. I enjoyed watching them sing songs from their favorite boy band, Four Town, while also, spending time with her to help her cheer up and helping her cope with this ability to turn into a red panda. And I found that a lot of the family members and relatives in this movie are super relatable. A lot of May's relatives remind me of my own family members. Like, for instance, I saw a lot of my own mom in May's mother, Ming, and just how overly cautious she could be, being very protective of May and being very suspicious of people and wondering if they're going to manipulate her, while also showing the super caring side where when, like, for instance, in the beginning of the movie, when May comes back from school, Ming is very quickly trying to figure out, are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need something to eat? And that kind of stuff. So seeing that kind of mix was very relatable to me. On the other hand, May's dad is much more down to earth in comparison. And one of my favorite scenes with him involves this talk he has with May, where he lets her know that he got to see this other side of her, because the red panda transformation lets May be a lot more, expressive and humorous. So I really liked in that scene, he basically tells her that, she has the choice of learning to live with this, ability to transform into the red panda. So I thought it was one of the most heartfelt conversations in the film. The other aspect I really liked about Turning Red was the story, and I'm really glad, at least from what I've seen, that they kept a lot a surprising amount of the movie out of the trailers. The trailers for Turning Red were already entertaining and compelling, but there's a surprising lot of the movie that, as far as I know, the trailers don't show, and I really think that it adds to the engagement of the movie, because I had a lot of fun, like, trying to figure out what's going to happen next, which other, I was trying to figure out who else is going to pop up, what other crazy things are going to happen, what's going to happen in the climax. They were all genuinely surprising to me, and I really liked how, I was left trying to figure out, what's going to happen next in the movie. It makes for a very, like, once you get past the first act, the second and third acts of the movie can get pretty unpredictable, so I had a lot of fun trying to, figure that stuff out. I was even left debating whether or not I thought that May was going to hold on to the ability to turn into a red panda. So it's really compelling stuff, and it all leads up to a really exciting climax that goes into a very emotional direction. Probably the most feelsy moment in the movie comes toward the end, I would say. So that's how I feel about Turning Red. If I had any issues with this movie, I would say I wasn't as emotionally struck by this movie as I thought it would be, but at the same time, I kind of feel that's more of a sort of subjective standpoint. I know people personally who watched this movie said they were, even more so able to relate to it than me. And I was also thinking that some might find some of the imagery and surprises of the third act to be a little far-fetched, but I liked how it plays into the story, and I liked how it adds to the really compelling drama, so I didn't mind it as much. So that's how I feel about Turning Red. If I had to sum up the story, I would say it's about a teenage character who spontaneously discovers what it's like to be independent and trying to figure out a balance between being able to do what she wants while at the same time maintaining a close relationship with her family. So in the end, I really enjoyed this film. So let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think of Turning Red? Have you seen it? What are your thoughts? Even though I just gave you my 2 cents, the truth is I would like to hear how you feel about the movie down below in the comments. So until next time, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thank you all for watching. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos, and ring the bell to be notified about my latest uploads. Don't forget to follow me on social media for my latest opinions and video updates. I hope to see you next time.